With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Here we have an assertion reason question in which the assertion statement is saying elimination of a competitively inferior species in a closely related or similar group is known as competitive exclusion principle. Now, this is the correct statement of Gauss's competitive exclusion principle. We all know that many different species will be found in an ecosystem, which will comprise a biological community or a biotic community. And obviously all of these species are linked together in one way or another, and they show a variety of complex interactions. So competition is one such interaction, because obviously in the ecosystem resources are going to be limited. There is not an unlimited amount of food and space at the disposal of the biological community. So the members of the community have to struggle for these limited resources, and this is known as competition. When two species need similar resources to survive, and they have to struggle for these resources, there is a rivalry. Now, in such an interaction, both of the species that are involved are going to be harmed. It is detrimental for both of the parties. Why? Because their efficiency for the utilization of these resources is going to be reduced, because both of them need the same resource. So according to Gauss's exclusion principle, he says that when two closely related species are competing for the similar resources, this cannot go on indefinitely. This cannot go on for a long period of time, and ultimately, eventually, what is going to happen? The species whose efficiency for resource utilization is less, that is, the competitively inferior species, the weaker species, it is going to get eliminated, it is going to get wiped out, whereas only one of the species is going to survive. So this is what Gauss's exclusion principle states, that whenever there is competition for similar resources, only one of the species is going to survive and the other is eliminated. Only the superior species survives. In the next statement, the reason statement, they are saying if two species compete for the same resource, they could avoid competition by choosing different times for feeding or different foraging patterns. Now this statement is also correct. Although Gauss has given us this exclusion principle, but many people believe that this is a gross generalization of the phenomena of competition. It is not always like this, that if two species want the same resource, then one of them will be wiped out, one of them will be eliminated, and only one will survive. Sometimes we see that there is resource partitioning between two species, and it has been experimentally shown also that on the same tree, 5 different species of small birds known as warblers were surviving. They needed the same resources, but what had they done? They were partitioning these resources. They were sharing these resources in such a way that none of the species had to get eliminated and all of them could survive. So sometimes when the species are willing to share, when they are modifying their time of feeding or their foraging pattern in such a way, they can divide the resources among themselves so that nobody has to be completely wiped out. So both of these statements are correct. Gauss's exclusion principle says that one will be eliminated, whereas many other people believe that these resources can be shared, and Gauss's exclusion principle is not always right. So here we are going to say option B is our correct answer. Both of these statements are correct, although they are giving a different approach to the concept of competition. So the reason statement is not explaining the assertion statement, instead it is contradicting. So we can say option B is our correct answer over here. Both are different approaches, but both statements are correct.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.